All right. I feel like it's second to the last of the watersheds that we kind of keep track of throughout the year, certainly summertime. Cedar, as of today, effectively have basically a month left to fish it. So no time like the present to get out and do so. What I was thinking about yesterday when I was out on the boat with my child was a little bit of the regret that I have from always allowing the busyness of my life to take precedent over the importance of just getting out on the water. And certainly being out on the boat with Finn yesterday really sort of hammered that home, that I neglected that time. And it's a little emotive for me because I recognize that I missed opportunity to really embed how I feel about the outdoors, water, fish, fly fishing with Finn. I chose busyness and business and all that comes with trying to run your own business over that time with my child. And it's really hard for me to reconcile that. And as they get older, this is for you moms and dads out there, or just parents out there with young kids. Like, when they get to this age where they're starting to leave the nest, you will find yourself grasping at straws trying to make up for that lost time. Don't do it. Force yourself to make the time to spend with them. It's just not time that you get to recreate later, period. No. So I don't know. I was kind of upset with myself yesterday about that. And that's why we're at the Cedar today, because it's right here. It took us 17 minutes to get here from the airport. So, and the traffic was not great. Getting onto a little bit more of a safe plane. Cedar's and I'm going to break it up a little bit today. Cedar's at 67 or 37 or 37 CFS. A mere trickle. So if you want to see that gauge go up, relieve yourself out there, and that'll uptick it a little bit. I was sitting on a trip one year or a couple years ago with a client, and we'd gotten there super early in the morning. I didn't have a fly tied on yet, and I was like, oh, no problem. So we get out. It's still almost dark. Have a headlamp on, put my phone over here with the light on it. And he was older as well. And it turned out we just couldn't get the tippet through the eye of the hook of the fly. So we sat on the bumper and drank our coffee until it got light enough that one of us was able to tie the fly. So another customer came into the store with bunch of their grandfather stuff, asking, about stuff. And they had this one piece in there that I'm going to encourage someone in our space to recreate this, because I think it's one of my favorite things I've ever found in someone's box. Right about there, kind of put this on like a thing there, and then you whoop, just like that, and then wow, everything looks huge. I don't know if I can even open that in there. Really jumps out at you anyway. I don't know if you know this or not, but you're going to get older and your eyes are going to start to fail you a little bit. So yeah, well, not oil slick water, temperature stable. Apply small amount to the fly, rub into hackle and body. I couldn't possibly read that from there if I wanted to, but now I know. Check that out. It's fantastic. So anyway, today's about, we're revisiting that minimalistic thing. Here it is. This even fits in that if you feel like you need it. My sun gloves, I've got more than enough tippet on the edge of that. Sunscreen. Oh, check that out. Well, we got a problem there. Oh, there is some in there. Holy crap. I thought it was empty. If it's empty, guess what? We refilled these by the half or the full bottle at the store. Don't need to buy a new one. Just bring yours in and we'll top it off for you. A little cheaper, keeps a little less plastic in the world. On the minimalistic side, nippers, floating, more flies than I hope I'm going to need, and an extra leader. If you feel like you need the extra tippet, bring yourself a spool of tippet. You can open that up and squeeze it in there a little bit. And that's it. This cool thing, don't know if dimensions translate from here to the camera, but boom, pocket. That's it. And the reveal. Voila. Here we go. Do this. Like I said in the previous ones, take your time, scope out what everything looks like. That deep little slot over there on the far side, ironically, as much as these rivers change, that has been like that for as long as I've fished the Cedar. See if there's still some in there. Dig it. This is one of those spots where you've got so many different things you could do. And with the Cedar, I stress to people, I know it's fun to cover new water, but it's also a really good idea to just take your time and pick the water apart. You know, this goes clear down here, clear down to the bridge. It's great water, like awesome. So as I sit here and I fish this, and may or may not raise something right there behind that rock. Come on. So while I'm talking about this, big tides in the Sound right now. Big tides. Yesterday, sitting at Mitch's house, -1.5, about 10 in the morning, 10:15 in the morning. So, you know, the light that it is, you can fish a couple hours of that outgoing before you get to the bottom, take advantage of it. I mean, it's kind of perfect. You know, pre-work, you've got the opportunity to get a couple hours in before you have to be at the office, right during the prime part of low light and outgoing low tide. Man, you can't script that any better. So do that. Saw fish jumping quite aggressively yesterday when we were out on the boat in the late evening too. So the late outgoing right before dark was actually looking pretty good too. So don't be afraid to hit that. Take your kid with you, take your spouse with you, your partner. Let's see, what else? Cowlitz, 2300, thereabouts. It's low. Not abnormally low, but low. And all that really means is that some of the runs end up kind of stalling out a little bit sooner, but a lot of the other ones start to really show their definition, which means that if you're learning how to swing flies for steelhead, what you have is a watershed that's right for you. You're ready to go. It's ready. And it's super safe if you have a one-person boat or a kayak or something like that. Figure out how to strap your rod on there and go hit it. Mike Sturza down there does a great job with shuttles, so you got an easy shuttle to take advantage of. Let's see, what else? Small flies, long leaders. This is going to surprise the living daylights out of you, but skate. Just saying. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? All right, so we fished that. Plus we have Middle Fork was at 150. Pretty low, a little lower than we really like to see it. Same thing, fish early, fish super early. And kind of like what I'm doing right now, I don't want to ruin water for somebody else per se. There's nobody waiting. I hardly ever see people fish the stretch water, so I'm not that concerned about it. But the way you become really in tune with your favorite piece of water, what we term your home water, is to know it intimately. And you can fish it, and you can fish it and fish it. You can fish it even more and fish it the way, fish it every different way possible. But until you walk it, until you walk and look at exactly what's there, like, is this undercut? No. Is there debris there? Yes. Is there rocky structure? Part of it, yes, but there's also a certain degree of sand that's right in there. So there's just so many different things that are a part of knowing a piece of water well enough to call it your home water, and not enough people walk it, and even if you were just to sit even at this distance and get better at controlling your fly going into that seam right there along the shadow, and just give yourself another short little cast, and you bounce that thing along, probably keep your fly lines and drifting ahead of it. But and that nervous water, that water that's aerated after it comes off of a little drop, fish will sit in that because it provides visual protection. Aerated, it's got more oxygen, so with warm water like we have currently, that's going to be a really solid place for them. Plus, they can sit underneath that shelf of moving water and not necessarily have to work that hard to stay there and have the river bring food to them. All they have to do is just duck up and grab it. So, yeah. So you do that. Fish that, you walk yourself up, maybe stick something on the spar bank down here. Ooh. Water doesn't feel too bad, actually. I mean, it's morning. Actually, when I walked on the deck this morning, there was dew. It felt very fall-like, which is actually really good. We want that right now because as of right now, water temps are already getting a little higher than we really want them to be. What else did we need to cover? Cedar, Snoqualmie, Mountain Creeks kind of all fall into the same category. And then Steelhead, Cowlitz, OP. Yeah, everything's kind of low out there too. So saltwater. Yeah, that's it. I guess what I'm trying to say is get out and fish. Get out and fish. Ouch. Stuck that stick right into my freaking foot. We'll give a quick couple of casts along this phone line in that deep slot right there. So the way I'm doing this is the way you should. Even though I know that right along that log is going to be the ideal spot, I want fish pretty close to myself first. That way you... Well, look at that. Would you just look at that? And a little participant this morning. Twisted it. Yeah. Here we go. And just like that. 17 minutes from home. 10 minutes on the water. 1 fish to hand. Not that that makes any difference to me, but that would make my day in the office feel a whole lot better. So find us on YouTube. Come see us at the store. Ask questions. Yada, yada, yada. You know how to find us. EWA Fly Shop _Seattle on Instagram. EWA _women on Instagram. And what else? I'm not casting very well, I know that. yeah, so there we go. That was it. Go fish. We'll see you guys soon. See, look at this pool, man. The upper part of this pool is fantastic.